Ways to It podcast.
And we're back, babe.
It's been a little while, brother.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say, I missed you guys.
Right off the bat.
Hey, we missed you guys. All right? What you been up to? What you been doing, brother? Where you been at? You just disappeared?
It's no joke thing. I mean, like, genuinely, I've been working. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's just go ahead and address the absence. Let's address it real quick.
Let's have
it doesn't need to be long. It doesn't need to be anything
we don't
crazy.
Gotta drag this out.
Life happens, okay? Life happens. Life happens, and obviously we're here in a different space.
Yeah.
Right? We're not in the original quote unquote launch of the studio that we had from before.
No, we're not.
You know, things happen in life and we have to adjust, but it took us a little bit longer because, you know, we need that support monetarily.
Not only that, we really want to make sure we're doing this right. So we have to take a step back so we can make proper steps forward.
Right. Right. Yeah.
The fact that I do it for myself is sick, but it's cool.
I mean, it's calm. But no, genuinely, we had to take that step back because we were in a little bit of a bind.
Yeah.
We're in a little bit of a bind.
Yeah.
You know, availability, all that extra stuff, blah, blah, blah. However,
the whole nine.
We are now in the OG space. So if you've been here from episode 1, where there was no camera involved
at all,
this is that space.
We're here.
Yeah. Ironing board included.
We have to bring it back.
Yeah, I think we said that in one of the episodes that we're like on an ironing board or something like that. But this is the OG mic right here that we've been using. I mean, the laptop. Oh wow, yeah, laptop and everything. Literally everything is
OG.
Yeah. I think we just needed to get back to our roots, and we felt like it was time. We were looking for other spaces. We were trying to do this, trying to put up money for that, but it's like, yo, we have a space. We just literally have to use it,
man.
So let's. And so now that's where we are, and that's where we're at. So I apologize for being away, but we're not sorry for being away because we want to now present to you the most quality and turnaround time.
That's
all that extra.
It, man. We're gonna get y'all right. We putting out this content.
All right, yeah, we're killing retention, brother, because I've been learning about that. Killing retention.
Oh, you've been paying attention.
Yeah, let's lock in. This is a YouTube video, man.
Lock in.
So let's, as we always do, talk about music.
Man, there ain't much to talk about in music, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's been a slow year for music, bro.
I don't agree.
Talk to me then.
I don't agree.
Hey, this is why we have these conversations.
I think that the music that we are all quote unquote looking for that drops, every so often is what we're missing out on.
And
right?
That's a big part of it, bro.
Agreed. But then that gives you the time to open up into new genres. For example, like I've been really locked into country and I said it.
I mean, that's been your bag.
And
you and Evan.
Let's talk about this for a second. I know everyone on the internet's gonna hate me. Fine. Clickbait. Morgan Wallen is the truth.
Yeah,
he's the truth.
Oh, that's your guy, right?
That's my guy.
That's your guy, right?
Musically, as an individual, I'm not sure. My hands up. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. However, if you're hearing this, if you see this, you make great music. He makes great music. If you like country, if you're into country music, he just doesn't miss. And I think he was on American Idol.
Was he really?
Yes. Or he was on one of those shows, like American Got Talent, American Idol, something like that. I'll confirm in a sec. But
as a
contestant.
For real?
Yes. And now he's like the number one country artist in the world right now.
It's crazy you say that. I feel like the last like superstar I can remember who came out of like American Idol or whatever the case, or America's Got Talent, is like One Direction.
He was on The Voice.
For real?
Yeah, he was on The Voice.
See, I don't see superstars like we used to coming from these shows anymore.
Of course.
So that's crazy.
Who was it like? What was her name? Jordan Sparks? It was Jordan Sparks.
Jordan Sparks, Kelly Clarkson, Ruben Studdard. Oh, I don't know.
Tori Kelly. Tori Kelly was on American Idol.
She's American Idol, baby?
Yes. You didn't know?
Maybe I
don't even think she made it that far.
Oh, that's crazy because she.
Boy, I tell you,
they be. Yeah, no, I don't know. When you said that, I forgot those shows existed. They made superstars at one point.
Right, but I want to specifically say to the people, we're bringing it back. We're bringing back music on Fridays. Song of the week. All right, so look out for this week's Song of the Week, soon come.
Yeah,
but my Song of the Week, and I'm saying it now, is going to be Shy Dancer by Galamatius. and it's a song that shout out my boy James Pride. R.I.P. to his episode.
Shout out to E, bro. Don't run it back though. Yeah. Don't worry, James. We're gonna get you back on here.
Yeah, but that song, it's such a vibey song. It's really? A vibey song. Yeah, I'll definitely. It'll be up there on the Spotify, and also we'll have a playlist coming out soon with our songs of the week.
You know why I actually do miss doing songs of the week? Somebody had hit me up and sent me one of the songs that we had put up, and was like, "Y'all put me on." I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." I love to see that people are actually paying attention to the songs of the week, because music is in a weird place, business wise. Not just like the business of music is just in a weird space, and we're not gonna get into all that. But it's just the fact that we're still able to, with our small platform, our little army, we're still able to make an impact. And I like that.
Definitely. And I appreciated the people that were reposting us as well. Like Dochi reposted us.
Yes.
Who was it?
I think we got Donna Lawrence one day. I said, you talking to my little Christian heart with that one.
It was somebody else. There was another one, but like we had some significant recognition in terms of our Instagram page and songs of the week. I was happy about that. And I really liked the artwork. Shout out my boy Jay.
You're not in the building. Oh, we cannot continue.
Absolutely. We have to. Hey, huge shout out. Huge shout out. Yeah. We got a new crew member, y'all.
Definitely got a little crew ski. Hey, we got Jaden Duran in the building, everybody.
Now, obviously, you're not going to see him because he's behind the cameras.
He be on boards.
Yeah, but he has been an OG fan from day one. Grew up together. Basically brothers.
Funny enough, me and his sibling, his sister was my classmate in high school. Mm-hmm. So
So giving out family info, but he is now officially a part of the crew. So anything that you see in relation to the camera work, to the lighting, and all the upgrades that we will have.
Shout out to Jaden, man.
Shout out to Jaden.
For real.
Yeah. So we have a crew coming along with us, and we're really making this up and up. Not to say that there will never be another hiatus or anything like that. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you false hope.
We're not going to do that to y'all no more. We more transparent this time around.
Very transparent, very open about what we got going on, but we're very intentional. Mm-hmm. We've learned a lot of things over this week.
Absolutely.
Or this week. Over these months.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll talk about that. Because brother, I really think we should talk about how you been, man. Like, what you been up to?
I've been good, bro. There's been ebbs and flows. Doing some traveling. I came from Honduras.
Shout out it.
I was out there for a little while. We one of our family friends, he opened up a hospital in the main city.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And he just hosted us for a week. I went to go see some doctors out there. We had it was a lovely time. The food, I had a lot of frijoles. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. I had to stick away from the frijoles for a little bit, but it was delicious.
The beans.
Yeah.
Had you on the toilet.
Yeah.
Had you on the toilet.
Hey. Not a fun time sometimes. Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No, they served it every morning.
Okay. I thought you.
But that part too.
So both can be true at the same time.
Yes, two things
can be true at once. Okay.
Two things. But yeah, Honduras was fun. We put out during this hiatus, we also put out a short film called The Silent Saute. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to Surge Studios.
Bravo, Fred. Surge Studios.
Bravo. Yes, the GOAT. That was fun. I was really excited to put that out just because we're really trying to extend our portfolio as creatives as much as possible. That one was it was fun. It was just a lot of fun to go to LA, shoot that, come back and put everything together and share the work with everybody else.
Fair enough.
Been working on back end stuff with a million ways to it. That's another part. I've been trying to make sure we are moving accordingly, and just trying to make adjustments. Yo, there's also this recession.
Big man. We're not getting into it, but
I hope y'all are okay out here. We just gonna say that. I'm hoping everybody okay out here because what's happening? Anyways,
I don't know. I have no idea because the things that we had lined up to talk about from before when we were ready were things like the election and music and sports and all that stuff. But it's like
life,
genuinely
life was harder than any of all that. It was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much. But I nonetheless, I can say I am grateful. I'm happy that I am here, healthy. Not much to complain about. Well, I can't say that. There's a lot to complain about. but I choose not to complain.
Yeah, and that I think that's the decision that needs to be made.
Yeah.
Complaining isn't getting you.
Not gonna do much.
I always think about this whenever I complain or I'm stressed out or whatever. And even though like I still allow some of those things to get to me, what's the fastest way to get from point A to point B? A straight line.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I'm doing right now that's deterring me from this straight line? Yes. Why am I doing it? Because, excuses. And then, yes, I'll make those excuses. I'm still a human being.
Yes.
But I'm still actively thinking, oh, hey, let me make sure that I'm not steering away from that straight line, A to B. Because why did it take Moses and the and God's people 40 years when it should have been? Yeah. The Bible says. Yeah.
Christian boys over here, you know
the vibes. You know the vibes.
You know what's up, we repping over here.
You don't know.
Straight Jesus.
Yeah. But I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, brother. Because it's been
It's just been busy.
It's been almost half a year. 2025 is halfway.
Yeah. It's crazy. We're swinging into the next half.
We're swinging into Q3 almost.
Like, literally, bro. What is happening? I blinked, I was saying New Year's, and now we're in May.
Adults, bro. Adults, that's what it is.
Literally,
we move.
Literally.
Yeah. But I've been good too.
Yeah, bro. How you been?
I've been alright, I've been alright, to be fair.
Okay.
I've just been working, like, damn near 12-hour days.
Trying to get to it.
Trying to get to the
I think that's been the theme for a lot of people around me. Like, I see my friends a lot less. I'm only in like 3 places. It's because for me, I know what goals we're trying to achieve. So when I don't see you, when I don't see our other friends, it makes sense because everybody's in the headspace where they're locked in, trying to make sure they're doing what they got to do to get.
Yeah. We went from seeing each other all the time to seeing each other once a week, once a month.
It was
2 times every 2 months.
The margins are like this because life is real for adults.
Yeah.
And that's that. But yes, continue, brother.
Yeah. I've been good. Like, there's nothing else that I can really say other than good. I'm grateful to be alive. There's a lot of good things happening. There are a lot of interesting things happening. There are a lot of things that I'm waiting for, a lot of confirmation, relationship changes, like lots of different things, like with different people, gaining new friends, losing old friends, like just what life brings as a whole is exactly what we've been going through. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely a topic for another day for sure. But one of the things that I think is the million way to it for today.
Talk to me, brother.
It's how do we manage that stuff? I think.
What are we managing?
We're managing the L's, the losses, the losing. How do you manage losing because it's inevitable? You know, like when they say when you hit rock bottom, the only way is up.
Yes.
But you can only go so far up before you start coming down. Because what goes up must come down. So the highs and lows of life, the ebbs and flows. And how do we handle those things in our lives today? I think it's important that we talk about that for this episode because we're coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're now entering back into the space where people have already seen us come and go twice.
Yeah.
And they're like, why should we even listen to you? That's an L for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right?
We can be honest.
We can be honest.
Yeah.
That's definitely an L. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted this to be way beyond just where we I'm for sure. Episode 23 now.
Yeah.
I wanted us to be at least episode 50 before last year ended.
And what's funny is that is that's us learning in real time. That's a part of L's is understanding how you learn from those. Like L doesn't just mean the loss. It coincides with learning. It's the lesson. What are you taking away from this, and how long are you focusing on the actual emotion of, damn, that hurt that I took the L. Yeah. People focus on that more than they focus on the L itself. Like they focus on the emotion attached to it. I think I've in this season, this hiatus I was going, that's one of the things I've had to focus on is detaching myself from the L as much as possible, because it becomes consuming to where you're not able to really pivot the way you're supposed to. Yeah, like for me, I heard a no, or an opportunity was missed that I really, really, really wanted badly, and once the opportunity didn't come around, or when the door shut on it, I took a day to really reflect on how I felt, what I could have done better, how could I have better approached the situation, how could I have turned that no into a yes, and all these different things, and not necessarily just sad that I got the no.
Yeah.
Like, that's one emotion that I can let go of quickly now in terms of like, and granted, it depends on each situation, but I think for me right now is understanding the faster you get through that, the faster you get to that yes.
Yeah.
The L only lasts for oh so long, and it can only sting as long as you let it sting. Like, people are so, like I said, it's an attachment, it's a feeling that you got to let go of at some point.
Okay, so we've addressed the acceptance of the L, right? So like I want to think of it as phases.
Okay.
So phase 1 is the L happening to you, right? Let's say that you're driving the highway and you get into an accident.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, no, that's L.
That's annoying.
L. Yeah.
That's annoying, right? that's so annoying.
Yeah, no, hey, it's
Personally, so annoying. Just want to say that out loud. Now, what happens next? Do I sit there in the car and cry about it because the tears are going to help? No.
I mean, but you can.
You can definitely do that. Take the time to feel.
I always tell people, feel.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to feel, because I feel like a lot of times people are afraid to feel, and afterwards they realize they bottled that up, and it's like a shaking up Coke bottle with a Mentos inside, and you just, at the right time,
it's going to explode.
It's going to explode.
And people are like that, but it doesn't seem that way because when we don't allow things to affect us, but we don't address them, they get put on the back burner.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they come out in experiences or ways that we don't want them to.
Yeah, and on people we don't like. I've seen it happen to where it was just timing, right? Like, this person was on the brink of about to the wrong person at the wrong time. Now you have this explosion. It's science at the end of the day.
Yeah. So accepting the L is one thing, but now the next question is like, so now what? Like,
now what?
How do I pivot? How do I get to the place that I know I need to be, but don't feel like wanting to be?
Now, what did you learn from this? That's what you have to ask yourself every time. What did I learn from this, and what do I apply for the next time? I think a lot of times application is lost within people when it comes to like actionable steps. They always want to know what to do, but not recognizing that the application of it is the more important part. Yeah, I can tell you what to do, or you can figure out what to do, but how are you applying yourself to that at the end of the day?
Agreed. Okay. So we accept the L. We cry a little bit. We feel.
Yeah.
Then we pivot by asking ourselves, what did I learn?
What did I learn? And applying what you learned.
Right.
Like, what do I need to do differently? Because at times, some L's are self-inflicted.
Agreed.
Actually, a lot of them.
It's a chain event sometimes. Sometimes it's not directly self-inflicted, but because of the series of events that took place after you made a decision, self-inflicted for sure. And I think that a lot of times, the application process can be put into not dwelling. I think I personally struggle with dwelling on the things that have happened to me and that have occurred because just be feeling them.
You be feeling. Bro, like, I feel like
I'm still human. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still a human being. So it's like, I want to feel the negative emotion because it's easier to do that.
You know, I'm quite opposite. I hate feeling negative emotion. I think... Yeah, like, I don't like dwelling in that because I know it does not make me feel good.
You're mature.
Like, maybe, but also I think
I'm a child. I'm a baby.
Hey,
I'm a baby.
Toddler.
I'm a baby in this adult life. Yeah. Let's be honest.
But we all are, bro. The truth of the matter is like, I think the reason why is because I just know it's not like a crazy answer. It just doesn't make me feel good. Like, that's it. Like,
you like to feel good.
Yeah, it's as simple as that for me. So for me, I'm not trying to dwell in a feeling. If I dwell in it, it's because it really hurt. You know, whatever it is, actually hurt for real. But for the most part, for me, if I don't, I detach myself quickly, and people know that about me. Like, I'm not, yo, I'm off of that.
It's gone. It's
quickly,
gone,
bro.
It's
like,
but it's just. Okay, so you're on the side of people who are able to detach quickly. I think that's a blessing and a curse.
I try.
For sure. Same for me, I'm on the side of people who can't let go.
It doesn't always work in my benefit to be able to detach so easily. But so then I guess our stories would be different. So what would be your way to getting through the handling the L? Because that's what we're talking about here is handling the L. Because
we've started off by saying accepting it. Mm-hmm. Then we cry a little bit. We feel.
Yeah.
Then we pivot in the way of accepting our reality and not dwelling in it, but moving forward and asking ourselves, what have we learned from this situation?
Yeah, for sure.
And also like moving forward with what we've learned.
Accountability. Accountability is definitely a big part of that too. Like if that's applicable in this situation, because a lot of times we gonna blame every external problem or circumstance on why it happened outside of ourselves. And I think accountability, like for me at this point, good or bad, if it happens, it's gonna fall on you, especially if it's your thing.
Agreed.
Like good or bad, it doesn't matter. So if you want the good, you gotta take the bad with it.
Yeah.
So I think that pivot, after that pivot, that accepting, you now it's time for a new game plan. How are you approaching your next steps? Are you still moving with the same mindset that you had when you took the L, or are you trying to pivot into a whole nother lane?
I think that's the difference, or I think that's the fork in the road. I think the road to getting to that point is the same for everybody. You have no choice but to accept your reality. Otherwise, you're stuck where you are. You have no choice but to pivot out of this sandstorm that you're in, right? Like you're in quicksand right now, and instead of like trying to figure out a way out of it, you're just gonna sit there and sink. No, I think that the road to getting to that fork is what everyone's journey is now. Whether or not you decide to go into the right lane or the left lane will be the deciding factor of what happens to you for the rest of your life. Yeah. Because there are certain situations that people allow themselves to be in, put themselves in, are unfortunately placed in, that will all bring them back to this road of, am I going to change for the better?
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. I feel like it is a forced road. It's a forced road, but I feel like once it's accepted, you're moving a lot smoother on that road. If you're going against the grain, if you're fighting against that feeling, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle with that L, and you're going to continue to struggle with that
L. So are you saying I shouldn't fight the feeling?
No. Embrace. Take it in. It's uncomfortable, but uncomfortable is how you grow. That's how you maneuver. That's how you think. If you're trying to be comfortable on that path, then you're not ready for whatever comes down at the end of that road.
You know, that reminds me of a YouTube channel that I used to watch when I first started consuming like content for learning. And it was a YouTube channel called Yes Theory. Have you ever heard of them?
Yes, I have. Actually.
And their motto or their thing is seeking discomfort. So the main guys on the channel would seek out things that were their fears and just do it anyway. Like skydiving, bungee jumping, and all this thing. And they would have people and fly people out to experience these things, right? And I think that was a pivoting point in my life because I felt like, why would I ever go and seek something that would make me feel uncomfortable? Why would I do that?
That was a foreign concept for you.
Why would I ever do that? But then you think about it in the smallest versions of life, like, I don't like to work. I'm kind of lazy. I don't feel like getting up, but I need this money on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go seek out this job.
That's it.
I'm seeking the discomfort of having a job and working for the... I was going to say. Go ahead. No. Stop. Chill. Everyone who understands what he said, if you know, you know.
Hey.
Seeking out a job. I had to seek out a job. And I got a job, even though it doesn't make me comfortable to be working for someone else. But what I want to do is work for myself. How do I do that? I need money. Time. How do I get money? I need a job.
People need to be more comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah. It's just as simple as that, to be honest.
I think there's a certain level of comfortability that you can find within being uncomfortable, but this is weird, but don't get too comfortable in that uncomfortable space. Because the goal isn't to be uncomfortable. The goal is to put yourself into a place that you can be comfortable in. With the people you want to be comfortable with. Yeah. Because imagine I'm just constantly like working all the time. I'm constantly doing things that, you know, I'm setting up. But then I'm neglecting everything that's on that I'm doing it for. Yeah. Right. And it's important that we don't get lost in that. So bringing it back.
Don't get lost in the sauce.
How do we handle L's, brother? Like we've laid out the groundwork, and I think this is a very important start to where we are, because we just came up off of L, right? We started by accepting that we genuinely can't put output anymore. We just can't do it. We can't do it at the rate that we want to. We can't do it in the quality that we want to, which means that we have to accept the reality that we need to stop. We need to take a break. And once we did that, we found a way to pivot out of that situation by focusing on the things that were the most important. So it wasn't so much that we needed to be in the space of like
just took a step back
production, because here we are still doing the same thing.
Come on now.
And people are watching right now. You're watching right now.
And we appreciate you for watching.
For sure.
Hey, press that like button. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
You see it.
Do it all.
Hey,
we're losing retention.
Dude, but this is our CTA, man. We gotta do our CTA.
Okay, well,
you know what I'm saying?
Subscribe. Follow all of these platforms that we're putting right here. Thank you very much.
That's it.
Hopefully they can see them because the laptop is... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do it over here. Let's do it over here.
Yeah. All right.
But we found a way to pivot. We found a way to accept, and we found a way to move forward. And even though it took the time that it took, we're here now.
For sure.
And so that brings us to the last point. When you're handling L's, don't expect for it to happen on the time that you want it to happen.
Ooh,
don't expect for your L to be turned into a W real quick. It doesn't happen that way. It happens... Now, you control some of that time factor.
For sure.
By what you do.
Exactly.
But I believe in God. And so I think everything happens on God's timing. So you put your best foot forward, and he does the rest.
Control what you can control. All the controllables, you can handle that. Everything else that's out of your control, it pays you nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, you don't make a dime, not a dollar, not a cent from worrying about the things that you cannot control.
Agreed. So, with that being said, I hope that you were able to draw something from that, because genuinely, we didn't want to come back and just throw nothing at you.
Yeah, man.
We wanted to bring some real life experiences, because that's the whole idea between? What may I say? Between MWTI? No. That's the whole purpose of MWTI. A million ways to it. It is whatever you want it to be.
What's your path? What's your journey? What is your way?
And we want to know, so let us know. Right in the comments, Instagrams,
all of them.
Instagrams,
the
SoundClouds, the YouTubes,
the Apple Podcasts,
yeah,
Spotify's, the whole nine.
You said you had a story time for me, brother.
I did, but I thought about it, and I'm gonna have to wait on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on that one.
That's okay. I have a story time.
Talk to me, brother.
All right, so I went to Maryland this weekend.
Okay. Right? I love the DMV. Shout out to everybody in DMV.
Yeah, shout out DMV. I went to Maryland this weekend to hang out with family. It was my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday to
my cousin's graduation, my uncle's graduation, my aunt's retirement. Like, it was a lot.
How many events did you go?
Big man.
How many days did you go?
We definitely consolidated.
Okay.
We got money out like that.
Okay. But it was all in Maryland.
Yeah,
okay.
It was all in Maryland. Right. And like, this is not necessarily like a funny story, but it was really refreshing to be around family.
Man, talk about it.
I was with my cousin the whole time, and he's like 10, 12 years older than me.
Okay.
But it was really cool to hang out with him. And we were just chilling. We were just chilling, talking about like progressive stuff, like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just random stuff. But when I was a kid, he was in his 20s. I was like 10. You know what I mean? So it was like, there was never a time where I felt on the same level as him until now. Yeah. And it was really good to feel accepted, to feel like one of the boys. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
there is a point in every man's life where that family member that you just look up now is looking at you like, oh, you older now. It's
we talking on the same level.
I passed the threshold. I've made it here.
You know what I mean?
And crazy you said that. Because last weekend I went for a graduation as well, and I locked in with my little cousin, and we end up just chopping it up, and I had forgotten how smart he was. Just, sometimes you see certain kids, you grew up with them, and oh man, he gonna be a problem. Like, he gonna be a problem. And I always felt that about him, but it was really cool to catch up with him after, graduation as well. Like you said, just chopping it up, being the older cousin at that point, or been the older cousin. Yeah. So it's like seeing where his head's at now and so much further on, it was really dope.
Yeah, that's good. And it just kind of reminded me just now. So, if you know, I'm a teacher, and I just I'm gonna just shout it out because I feel like
shout out to the churn.
They just did a recital. And man,
Your heart
felt amazing seeing all of my students like really work hard at something, and then perform it, and then all of their family was there, and it was just good. It just felt good to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. I just wanted to say that.
No, that has to be fulfilling. No, that's fulfilling, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You've seen the kids that you worked with for however long, putting in so much work, and now they get to share that with their parents and others around them. And
now they feel good about it. And even though they might be going on summer break or whatever it is, I know that when I get back, I'll have a way to really cater to them, because that's my whole idea. Is like, I want to know what you think about it, so I can teach you what I know. And then you do it in your own way.
And that's teaching.
Literally teaching. Yeah, man. So I'm so glad that we're able to finally be back on the interwebs, on the .coms, just because I feel like we have a strong message to output.
Bro, I miss doing this. I like chatting on mic, having fun, being able to mix the medicine and the candy, Yeah,
man.
I love this.
That's good stuff. So, what do you say, brother?
I want to give a shout out to Kai, Streamer U, and the Twitch community in general. I feel like this past week, whatever it was, I've never watched a full Twitch stream. I watch clips. I'm on TikTok a lot, as you know. And
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, you're a real YouTube Shorts type of guy.
I really am. Get out of here.
But I was paying attention to what they were doing this past week, and it was incredible. In terms of just entertainment, in terms of learning, in terms of just what he was able to accomplish. The sponsors, I was looking at it from such a business standpoint, because you know me, when I look at content, I'm always looking at numbers and analytics and all that.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. But it was just really cool to see smaller streamers, medium streamers, and big streamers come together for one purpose, and it was just to entertain, learn, and just kind of grow. And it was beautiful, bro. I know there's a lot of people, they might not have seen it, but if you didn't, go back and go look at some recaps. It was super entertaining. There was some lessons being learned. If you want to be a content creator, there was a lot of gems being dropped, a lot. So I would say go check that out.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to start streaming, brother.
You should.
Not anytime soon.
You should, though.
But I will do that. And I think I'm going to do it because I think it's fun.
How many viewers do you believe you would need to average to actually make bread? Because I have the answer. I don't know what you think.
Like 1,000?
You saw what?
1,000?
No. Less.
What?
To make you only need to average, and this is what I'm hearing from Agent 000, shout out to you. He said 50 viewers is all you need to average to make it a full-time job. 50 viewers. Now, granted, to get 50 viewers, you got to put in that work. Mm-hmm. But with that, he said you can use that as a baseline to continue pushing up, which is that I think a lot of people had the perception that you had, which is I need about 1,000 viewers in here at all times.
And that's why I was like, I'm not going to do it for money. It's just going to be for fun and for my friends whenever like we stream games or something and we want the community to watch like 1v1 versus this person.
If you want to see Matthew crash out. Yeah.
I only crash out.
Big crash out energy.
But I also learned something recently as well, is that people think that streaming, like when you start, you stream for like as long as possible. Mm-hmm. No, you stream consistently for 1 to 2 hours a day, and you start clipping yourself. You know what? Let me not give it out.
No, give them the sauce, bro. Give the sauce. Yeah, get that sauce, bro.
This is what I've heard from somebody who's up and coming, somebody that I would love to have on the podcast. And it's the guy that you sent me.
T-Banks.
It must be him. Because it's funny.
Is it 2x speed? It's like
he be talking. He's mad funny.
T-Banks is funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So shout out him. So he was saying, I was listening to, I think it was like a YouTube short, probably YouTube short.
YouTube short.
And he was saying that you only need to do it consistently for this amount of time. Then you start building, because then you start making clips and you start clipping your own stuff, and and you put it out on there, and you just keep 3 to 4 clips a day, every single day, because you're only doing it for 1 to 2 hours, and you just do your best clips in that moment. And you do it yourself.
Clip culture is the way, honestly, to be honest. That's how I see most people's content these days is clips. I'm not really going to their full anything. And if it's good enough to where I feel like I have to, then you know you did your job right.
And let me say it right now to the camera. Hey, brother, look at the camera real quick. Look at the middle, the main shot. You will see us at 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
On every platform.
Yeah.
Very soon. Very soon. And let me tell you why. We have so much gold that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we was,
bro. So much gold. And it's just based off of the fact that we are so different but similar in the way that we were brought up.
Yeah.
And there isn't a person on the internet right now. I don't care if you are there, you're not there.
Yeah,
because you just don't. Yeah. You're just not big enough. I ain't heard of you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I ain't heard nothing about it.
I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are. But with our unique background,
you know what I'm saying?
I would love to impact, inspire, and entertain those that come from our background.
That's every
and
time.
I promise you, 1 million is only the starting line.
Talk about it, brother.
There's a million ways to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm going to say this one time. Go New York, go New York, go. And as always. What? Huh? Am I hearing from people who are not in the Eastern Conference Final? Am I hearing from folks who didn't even make it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
We're in the movie theater watching y'all.
Go New York, go New York, go.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait till
I can't stand Tyrese.
You know what's crazy though?
I can't stand that nigga boy.
What the hell? What the hell he out here? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see the Pacers getting this far.
I'm not happy with that.
But they were here last year.
All right, I'll be objective real quick. Now, objective. Nah, but for real, they're a good team. I hate them because they just...
Because they're due to another Knicks right now?
Not even, bro. Not even. Like, we sold ourselves in that first game.
It's cap, bro.
Yeah, we definitely sold ourselves.
Rutgers Park. New York.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I don't care. Yo, I don't care how sassy he is. If you gonna keep dropping 20 to 30 points a night, do your thing, bro.
And lose. 20 to 30 and lose.
Where are the Sixers?
Bro, I never said
Cancun.
I never
Cancun.
We didn't make the playoffs.
Y'all Dubai, exactly. Y'all stayed home. Y'all didn't even go on vacation.
Bro, all of our players are hurt. Like, what do you want?
Hey, get right. I need y'all to get right.
Y'all get right. You down 3-1.
Bro. And we are.
Worry about what you got going.
We go. I am. Go New York, go. I'm not trying to hear none of that other. Man.
By the time this comes out, we might
it's gonna be game 6.
Gentleman sweep.
Gentleman sweep. Yeah, don't disrespect us like that. Listen, number 11, I'm gonna get your jersey. You know the vibes. Big Brunson energy.
I just need the Timberwolves to win tonight.
They need to win tonight, and I don't know if they're going to because SGA been pulling that man's number.
Stop. I don't want to talk about it. He's not pulling.
He's pulling that man's number,
bro. The fouls that he's getting, bro. The foul calls he's getting, bro.
He's just playing smarter. If you can't, the Timberwolves need to be on. Their defense was just trash too. They weren't playing defense. It was a high scoring game. It was cool, but
their star players who needed to be scoring. Anthony
Julius ran 5 points in game 4.
I'm putting a little slip aside. Probably. Hey, you're wearing the purple for a reason.
Hey.
You're wearing the purple for a reason. We take subliminal messaging. It's subliminal messaging.
I might have to take a little break because I ain't really been handed away.
I'm gonna use that purple, man.
Honestly.
And hey. Listen, y'all. We appreciate you for being here with us. We're starting back again, and we hope that you rock out with us. Look out for us on Friday for the Song of the Week.
Absolutely. So
we can put you on. And as always, brother, what is that thing that we was trying to do with this whole MWTI thing? What was that again? Man, we're trying to do 3 something. So?
Man, we just want to inspire, impact, and entertain. And if we have not, we have a million more ways to try. to go.
A million more episodes.
Damn, we ain't been. I'm rusty, as you can tell.
Hey, if you were not inspired, impacted, or entertained, this episode, we have a million more episodes to try.